Hello, in this video I give you our verdict of the Fairywill 5020A cordless water flosser along with what I consider to be the main pros and cons. Hey, it's John from Electricteeth. We assist you in selecting the right dental care products and understanding common dental healthcare topics. So I'm going to jump straight in and give you my overall verdict on the Fairywill 5020A cordless water flosser. There is no denying that this is a great cordless water flosser for the money. It has 3 pressure settings, a rotatable nozzle and a long battery life. For the price, there isn't much to dislike. Yet for only a few pounds more you can get the Fairywill 5020E. This has a water tank capacity double that of the 5020A, and it also comes with 8 jet tips included in the box. This 5020A is more compact, but unless you travel frequently, then opt for the 5030E and enjoy the longer flossing times. So then to the main pros and cons, starting with the pro. The first pro is the fact that it's cordless. You can move around your bathroom or whatever environment you're in and floss your teeth with much more ease. You're not restricted by a wire, be that for the power or for the nozzle itself. You can move around because you've got the battery built in, you've got the water tank on the back here, so you've got much more flexibility in where you use it and kind of when you use it. So another pro is the built-in rechargeable battery that's claimed to last 3+ weeks. In fact, in my hands-on testing, it lasted considerably longer than the claimed 3 weeks. You're going to get many months out of this on a single charge. It takes just 4 hours to charge it, and it comes provided with a USB cable for charging as well. So it's convenient when it comes to the charging. So another pro is the 3 different cleaning modes available on this flosser. You can choose from the one that's most suitable for you. You've got clean, soft and massage. The number of bursts through each cleaning mode does differ, as does the pressure. So the pressure ranges through from 30 to 110 psi out of this Fairywill flosser. Clean is the most intense, whilst you have soft as the most gentle, and then massage is somewhere in between, where it's alternating the amount of pulsations that come out of the classic jet tip that you have here, and that in turn alters the pressure. So for the softest clean at 30 psi, you want soft. For the most intense, you want the clean mode, and for somewhere in between, you've got the massage mode. And then the last main pro is the price. This is exceptionally good value for money. You're looking around about a retail price of £32 in the United Kingdom. The average selling price tends to be more around about the £27, so there's a few pounds to be saved on the retail price. And that means that over the life of actually owning this water flosser, you're looking at a daily cost of around about 3p per day. And that factors in the need for additional replacement nozzles, need to be replaced every 6 months. A pack of 4 will cost you approximately £10, so £2.50 per nozzle. So then moving on to the cons of the 5020A. And the first and most significant con has to be the water tank on the back here. It has a capacity of 150 millilitres. What that therefore means is that you get a total flossing time of somewhere in the region of 35 to 40 seconds. Now for the vast majority of people, that simply isn't enough time to complete a thorough flossing of your teeth. Therefore, you're probably going to have to actually refill the water compartment and go through that process twice to get that thorough flossing. So whilst it's a convenient option if you want to travel because it keeps the overall size down, the small actual capacity means that it's a little bit more awkward and it's going to take more time because you're actually having to refill it a couple of times as well. Another con is that the materials on here do feel a little bit cheap in places. Don't get me wrong, it's perfectly functional, and when you consider the price, I can't really grumble, but you do have more kind of gloss plastics on here, and it just feels a bit cheaper in comparison to some of the more premium options that perhaps feel a little bit more durable and a bit better quality to the touch. Another negative has to be the rotating nozzle. Whilst it is possible to rotate it, it's actually quite difficult to rotate. It's quite stiff. It's certainly not as easy as some of the other options on the market there. So if you've actually got this in your mouth and you're trying to rotate it, it's not impossible entirely, but it can be quite difficult to rotate keep a good sort of position on the actual nozzle and move it around your mouth at the same sort of time, bearing in mind then your water is running down at the same time. So you might find you need to turn it off, rotate the nozzle, and then turn it back on and complete your flossing session. It just doesn't actually rotate as good as some of the other options on the market today. Another con and small gripe really is the easy to lose charging port cover. This little rubber grommet that sort of sits in the charging port. I mean, it's practical for protecting the port from water ingression and things like that, but it measures only about a 1 centimeter square, so it's really quite easy to mislay. You may put it down when you pop the charging cable in, but it's so small you could easily knock it off a surface. And then if you do lose it, you can't ensure that the device will remain protected against water, because now there'll be nothing within that charging port on the front of the water flosser to stop that water getting in. There's no physical attachment of this port cover to the actual flosser itself. That would be a nice option if it was somehow physically attached, but it's not. And the last con is that there is no travel pouch included. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on Fairywill here, considering the price of it, but it wouldn't have cost much more to put in some sort of soft pouch case that maybe the actual flosser itself and the replacement nozzles could be popped into when traveling. So when you actually travel with this now, you're going to have to take the nozzle out or leave it attached, pop it in a bag or a bag of your own, and you potentially risk the buttons becoming activated when in transit and things like that. So it's just something to bear in mind. There's no easy way to transport this provided out of the box. You're going to need to use your own sort of travel case or solution if you do travel frequently with this. So there we have it. That's my overall verdict on the Fairywill 5020A water flosser, along with what I consider to be the main pros and cons. There is a full written review that accompanies this video linked in the description. If you want to improve your oral healthcare, do click the video in the top right corner. That has all the tips and tricks to improve your oral healthcare routine. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this, click subscribe. But until next time, thanks for watching.